Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nalu, Mind the Flow. Today is day 9 of our 28-day journey, so if you are joining for the first time, welcome. And if you're returning after one or more days, welcome back. We're following Nalu, a fictional character, as they practice various mindfulness techniques that they learned from their friends on a neighbor island. And we've been practicing observing the breath, watching the breath, listening to the breath, feeling it, and we've started to take control of the breathing to see how that might also have an impact on our attitudes and aspect. Yesterday we looked at the box breathing technique, and today we're going to repeat box breathing. And this is just because it gives us a little bit more practice with it. And this is the kind of technique that you can use in a number of situations outside your mindfulness practice, and you can use it outside in life. So it's great to have a little bit of practice time with this technique. So if you're joining for the first time, what we'll do today is we will follow Nalu as they've learned this box breathing technique. And the technique is called a box because it inhales for a count, it holds the breath for a count, it exhales for a count, and then it holds the breath for a count. And today we'll do a count of 4. So sit back, relax. You're welcome to have your eyes opened or closed depending on your preference, and we're going to start again with the box breathing. So first we'll start with an inhale for the count of 4. So go ahead and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and then hold 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, you can let the breath return to normal. As you can see, it's fairly simple, but if you're not accustomed to doing conscious breathing or controlled breathing, it might feel a little bit strange to you. If this ever happens, you're welcome to just return to your normal breathing at that time and pick it up again whenever you feel like it. So we're going to go ahead and take 3 box series together, and then allow ourselves to just let the breath flow to our normal natural breathing. So getting ready to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and then inhale. 2, 3, 4, and then holding the breath. 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling. 2, 3, 4, and then holding on the exhale. 2, 3, 4, and one more time inhaling. 2, 3, 4, and then holding. 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling. 2, 3, 4, and then holding. 2, 3, 4, and then going ahead and letting the breath just return back to normal. It might be that after a activity like that, you might want to let out a sigh or take a deep breath, or any of those things are perfectly acceptable and very natural for the body to want to be doing. And other than that, just let the breath return back to normal and observe the breathing much like we have in previous days, just watching the breath come in naturally and watching the breath go out naturally. And I'll stand by here on mute for just a minute, and I'll come back on and we'll take one more round of box breathing, and then we'll let the breath return to normal during today's practice. And then we're just observing the breathing as it naturally happens, noticing the breath go in and noticing the breath go out. And then we begin to think about, we'll be taking another box breathing here in just a moment. And so getting ready, then we're going to start with the inhale. On inhaling on 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling 2, 3, 4, and then holding on the exhale 2, 3, 4, and then another inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4, and then holding for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, and then exhaling 2, 3, 4, and then holding for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, and one last time. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and then holding 3, 4, and then exhaling 3, 4, and then holding on the exhale 2, 3, 4, and then just let the breath return back to natural. Maybe take a deep breath if you need one, or let out a sigh, that works too. And just let the breathing go back to natural, and then we'll use the observation of the breath, just watching the breath happen for the next few minutes, and just observe and watch as the breathing has returned back to normal, and it seems to appear to be breathing you in and out naturally. And now that we've had a few minutes of quiet time together and we've taken a little bit of practice on the box breathing, you might begin to start to hear the sounds of the room again as they naturally occur. Notice your sensations of your seat in the chair, just returning yourself to regular waking awareness, full of alertness and readiness to go. I really appreciate you coming by today's Nalu Mind the Flow, and I hope that this practice is something that you can use in your life and throughout your day. And I'll welcome you to return on future days for Nalu. Tomorrow we will take the box breath and start to turn it into a circular breath. So something from the yoga tradition. We'll look at how we might access the breathing in yet another way of being controlled. So thank you.